channel, Trifive guy, and this week I'm pretty excited to be starting on Steve's 57 Chevy BELAIR. I've been working on the 35 Chevy here, getting that all sorted out. So this is Steve's personal vehicle, and we've both been working on the 35 Chevy, which is behind the camera. So we're going to get it all prepped and ready for paint. Yeah guys, please like, subscribe, and watch this car get ready for paint. So just to have a quick look at it. Front fenders are in primer. So are the doors. This side over here, primer, and as is the dash. Dash is primer, but boy, I mean, yeah, let me get on this side. I mean, she's pretty straight. She's a straight old girl. Someone else did the prep. Now, what's the go with this car here is Steve bought the 57 a long time ago, and well, not a long time ago, but he's been working on it for a while. What's original to the car is the cowl, and cowl, the dash, that's all original with the car. So he built the whole car around this cowl panel, the dash, firewall, replaced toe boards, floors, inner quarter panels, all this deck lid section up here, all this rear floor pan through there, quarter panels, roof skin, the deck lid. Yeah, it's all brand new. Let's open up this trunk. So, widened wheel tubs, brand new floor pan there. Really cool car, really cool car. So the plan is, it's all getting done in Glazareth primer, and then we're going to put the Diamond RM Diamond on it. Glazareth primer, just all of the best. Then we're going to get it all ready, prep it, and it's getting shipped off to Maine. We're going to bring it down there. But this thing has all Corvette front and rear suspension in it. It's and we'll get to that. Steve done that and engineered it himself. Made this jig up here for it. See this jig? He put some frame on that. Pretty cool. So I'll start working on this baby. Been looking forward to doing this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take off these bolts here. They're not the right bolts for the deck lid, but they're only just for setup. So we're going to take these off. We're going to prep the inside of this, the trunk lid or boot lid, and then I'm going to just get all the edges all done and get it all ready for primer. So we'll do that first, and then we'll just walk around the car. We want to clean up all this sort of stuff. See that? So clean up any sort of, all that sort of where they've joined the quarter panels on. See here, clean all that up, make it all smooth, make it all nice. We're gonna prep inside the trunk lid. That's all gonna be color. I'll be painting that myself. I'm gonna paint that myself. I'm gonna paint underneath the trunk. So, engine bay. I'm gonna paint the firewall. We're gonna paint the underneath of that black. It'll be like a hot rod black. Same with the inner fenders. All the inner fenders, they'll be all hot rod black. I think this is gonna go body color or shiny black. Factory, that would have been like a satin black. The firewall would have been body color. The inner fenders were like a satin black. And this front tray area here, that was a shiny black. And this was a satin black as well, the radiator support panel. Steve made all those sort of notches and stuff. His ECU sits in one of these sides, ECU and all his air conditioning stuff. This car is an aircon. The front end, to a Corvette's front suspension. Rack pinion steering, all there. Same with the rear end. It's done a really nice job. Isn't that cool? Recessed firewall, 4 inches for the engine. 6 litre V8 LS. Steve built it all. Pretty cool engine. It's going in it. Air conditioning. That's not the intake. He's got an Edelbrock going on. I'm not too sure. Is it a Holly? I can't remember. But you'll see it. It's coming up. So what I've got to do is all this sort of, where there's a bit of filler here, I've got to smooth all this out here, all these sort of big chunks of like dolphin glaze that is, you know, to go over pinholes and so forth and whatnot. So just going to clean all that up. There's some around here, and probably do something about this joint here. That's where a lead joint would have been originally. And you can see all these, all these dags and so forth got to be all cleaned up. Already started over here, as you can see, just cleaning it all up, neatening it all out. Yeah, make it look all nice and smooth. So there'll be nothing in there, no big lumps and filler and so forth. So do all that. See, it's all at the front here, it's all overhanging here. It's right there. Clean all that up first, get all sort of that done, clean up the body, go around it and make sure there's no big dags. Probably grind this down where the quarter panel was joined to the roof pillar section here. Grind that down nicely. Just go over everything, make sure it's all good, all in here. All these seams in here, around these edges, on the view glass, you know, areas like here. Get all that done. Won't take long. All right, prep it inside the trunk lid. This is going to be body colour. It's going to receive a coat of primer. Coming up good. Just get a 400 on it. Get rid of the, just scuff up the coating. Then we'll go over it with like a green pad just to clean it up a bit more. All good, coming up well. So it had welds on the tubs here that were just welded up here and over here as well on the wheel tubs, and so we ground them down, and then so they'll basically look like that when it's done. So they're not so, you know, bulky. So I think that'll look, you know, once it's all primed, it just clean. We're just trying to clean up the tubs a little bit. So clean up these in here a little bit better, so there's no sort of line through here. Just cleaned it up, cleans it up nicely. And here's the other one there as well. So yeah, I'm going to put some filler over these, just the skin, just to cover up where we scratched it with the grinder and all the air tools. So I'm going to do that next, and then after that, I've got a few little repairs here and over there too. And after that, we're going to 400 all the EPD coating there, and get all that sanded, ready for one coat of primer and a couple of coats of paint. Yeah, there you go. All these edges are all nicely sanded now, all done, ready for primer. Quarter panels are ready for primer. Like I said, I didn't do them, they were done by someone else. Same with the doors and the fender. So next thing we'll do is, once that's ready for primer, we're going to move forward. We're going to pull off this door here first, and it's pretty good anyway. I'll open the door. Yeah. So next will be inside the doors, which are all clean and ready to go. So basically pull off the door, grind anything that's not nice or needs to be grounded, and then sand the inside of the doors so they're ready. Prime the quarters. Okay, so that's all ready for primer. One coat of primer for that. And put all the repairs done on this. Over there, had a couple of dents, didn't like. And all these. Repair there. It's ready for a bit of a scuff down and prime too. So this has got a Golden Star floor pan in it, and they're really good, guys. If you want to use one, they're great. They fit factory. They're just as good. Steve had the transmission tunnel modified for a 4L80E, so there's plenty of room on this one. And here's what I was saying earlier: these sort of like little not diamond, but arrow sort of sections here. Steve wanted them welded up, so that's done. So yeah, nice floor pan, nice job. All new. All this is all new from back here, all the way to the back. Mini tubs, all that back panel, it's all brand new. It's all available. So that's the original part of the car, the firewall, and all these sections here. So yeah, let's get to it. Guys, Steve prepped the trunk. Come up good actually. Just had a couple of little repairs that we did, get rid of all the welds and so forth and whatnot. Come up good. That's where the tank straps were, because he's got an aftermarket aluminum or stainless tank under here. That's why there's no spare tyre here. So, he doesn't need those straps. He got rid of them, and there was a few little marks. So I just got rid of them. And over here they've got this funny little cutout here, like a pressing. So got rid of that too, smoothed it over, and all these weld seams that on the tubs, just to make it look more factory. But yep, it's all sanded, 400 dry. That's ready for primer. All this area here around the trunk lid's all ready for primer. The quarter panels are pretty good, just going to be cleaned off. I'm going to pull off this door next, put it on the stand. Steve's going to sand the inside of the door so it's ready for paint. And we're going to get all this sort of ready, clean it up a bit more, like that, and then this will be ready for paint. I'll go over the roof today, and then we'll pick on the fender. So bear with us, guys. Should coming up nice. Okay, doors off. Doors off. This is what it looks like now. It's pretty much all done, all ready to go. Going to scuff over these obviously before we prime them up. Now, got the fender off as well, and you can see a bit of view of the Corvette front end that's been fitted to this thing, and we'll get into that, but it's utilising all the Corvette up and lower control arm and parts and so forth. Eddie Motorsports hinges on it. Got some touch-ups to do, a bit of modifications here were for these panels that went in here. Got to touch all that up, clean all them up. Going to clean up all around the front edge of the of this cowl area, the inside of the hood when it comes off. You've already seen that all in primer, and we already scuffed, sanded the inside of the one of the driver's fender here. Just edge primed over some areas where we hit bare metal. See over here, this part here, it's been hitting. I was looking at it and go, that's hitting the A-pillar area there. So sure enough, you can see where it's been striking. Right, where is it? Where's my finger? There, sorry. Right there, you can see a mark right there. So it's been hitting that. So I'm going to heat shrink this area with my my shrinking disc. Just take this little bit of high area off here. I can actually feel it. It's high. I mean, I can hit it down with a hammer, but I'm going to end up pushing it up here. So if I shrink this area, if I shrink it down and make it smaller rather than just hitting it with a hammer and lifting this up, that contour, hopefully it will miss it, you know what I mean? It's hard up against it, it's no good. So like I said, I'll give it a go at shrinking. You can feel it, it is higher across there. I can feel it anyway. So yeah, I'm going to shrink disc it. So I've marked the area, which I think it's, I don't know you probably see it clearly or not, but there it is there where I'm thinking it's, well, I know it's hitting there, but I'm going to try to shrink just this little area, just pull it down a little bit closer. Oh yeah, that's already gone down heap compared to that. That's nice already. Yeah, that's pretty awesome right there. Way better. Way better. And that's on a pretty tight curve too, so that being on such a curve, it's a lot stronger. Yeah, so I'll clean that up, I'll be back. I don't know if this video will show, but so from here, it kind of like as it comes up, it flattens off and then goes round. You know, there it is there and there it is there. And that'll be plenty. It was just touching, so just want to make sure. But I mean, very hard section to shrink, right on that bend, the material thickness. So, you know, yeah, I could have hit it with a hammer, but you know what's going to happen? It's going to lift this up for sure. So, you know, shrink it, reduce the size of the metal down, and that's what it did. I could definitely, I mean, you can't see it on the camera, but that comes up. It used to go round, and now it comes up, flat, and then round. Happy with that? So you guys, if you notice, there's some filler here, and up the top here, and around here. And I'll show you on the other door. What happens is when these doors, it's, I guess it's just lucky that they might fit, they might not. This particular door, this was bowing out, so towards out of the car, and I'll just go over here and show you what I mean. So these doors, when you get them from the factory, you see how this lines up nice now? All right, this lines up pretty good, and there's a trim that goes on here, on the outside here. Well, this as well was hanging out, like out at least still, I reckon, 3/8. It was just sticking out. It was out pretty far. Probably out, I would say, almost to about, I reckon, there. It was pretty bad. So, and like this one here, I had to grind it. What we did was we ground it, just cut a slot into it, and just tipped it back over till it was straight and level. I've already started putting some filler on this one, but yeah, and then weld it back up. So if you've got a hard top, it's a brand new door. If you've got a hard top that's got a brand new door and you're wondering why this is not lining up where it should, I'll stand back again because I'm getting too close. That's the fix, or that's our fix. We didn't go right through here. We left the outside, but we cut it like right up onto this section here. Just cut it, and we took a little slither out and just, I mean, tiny little piece, tiny, and just lent it back over, and it's now lines up perfect. Just little things that you got to do when you put new aftermarket doors and fenders and so forth on. They fit, they're really good, they're pretty straight, but there's some things that you have to do. Luckily, these doors are perfect length. Mine, I had to add to the front edge of my door. I had to weld it on the front end of my door all the way down to make it fit. And it's a beautiful gap. Perfect. Mine was a bit wider, so I welded to the end of it. You can't tell. But there you go. All right, the 57's all stripped down. to where we want it, except for the front sheet metal, hinges, so forth, whatnot. This side's good too. That's all. It's all ready for primer. The top of the hood is ready for primer. All underneath, we've sanded the hole underneath as well, ready to go. That's all going to be black. That's going to be colour, obviously. We've pulled off the doors, as you can see. Steve's going to sand the inside of that door. Got a few touch-ups like we did with the other fender on this one. Not much. It's getting there. And over there, we've got all the parts that we've finished. So, hood, door, the trunk's behind the 35, but everything's all scuffed, ready for final primer. Doors all scuffed on the inside on that one. The 35. And trunk lid. Right guys, that's it for this part of the repaint of this 57 or paint of the 57. So please like, subscribe, and look out for the next video on the 57.